So last time we were doing circles, if I remember, and okay, and we have completed till theorem 10.2. Today we'll finish exercise 10.2. Now I gave you homework to prove the converse. Only one student texted me. Kamna was the one. Good Kamna. So theorem 10.2 proof you had to try it on your own. Theorem 10.1 मैंने खुद से करा दिया था. Now let's move on to exercise 10.2. Before coming to exercise 10.2, let's quickly go through what we have done till now. So till now we have discussed what is a circle. Then we went through a couple of terminologies related to circle, like radius, diameter. Then there was chord. Then if you remember, there was secant. I will ask few questions now from these. Just a second. Chord, secant, then segment, then there was sector, and then we discussed deuteriums, right? And now we will move on to this. So before moving on to 10.2, I want to ask a couple of questions. So you will answer it. So what is the difference between chord and secant? Yes. What is the difference between chord and secant? My first question to you. Yes. Can you tell me what is the difference between chord and secant? Day before yesterday we did it. हाँ भाई, are you able to hear me? Tell me what's the difference between chord and secant. If you don't know, just tell me, sir. Repeat it again. I will. There is no shame to it.
Just second नहीं आते समझ में.
So secant is something which intersect. So secant is a line which intersect the circle.
फिर chord क्या है?
Chord.
Right, that's what I was talking about. So the last session was about these basics only. Once you don't have these basics, we cannot move forward. So chord was a line segment. I told you it was a line segment, and secant was a line. The chord was this guy right here is a chord because it's a line segment. It has endpoints on both sides. So that's the line segment, right? So that's why it is called chord. Now, if I draw a line, then this guy will become what? Secant. That's the basic difference between both. Clear now? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, भैया.
So what is this? What is this? Yeah.
Secant.
Secant. Okay. So if it is a line, that's the secant. Now, segment and sector we talked about. So tell me, segment, I'm writing something. Segment is created by dash and dash. What will you fill in the dash and dash? Segment किस किस से बनता है?
ये arc and chord.
Good. जब हम chord लेते हैं तो chord से बनता है और arc से बनता है, जैसे माइनस सेगमेंट हो गया और ऊपर वाला मेजर सेगमेंट हो गया, राइट? So arc and chord. Okay, and sector is formed by dash.
Two red.
Yes,
Okay.
two radius and a
Radius and
Two
arc.
radius and one arc.
good. Two radius and one arc. So that was the basics that we did yesterday. Day
Sir,
before
radius
yesterday.
तो plural form है ना?
No, radii is the plural form. No, radii, and radius is a singular form. Okay. So if you want to say two radii, you will say two radii, not two radius. Okay. So now theorem 10.1, we have done it. I proved it to you. I'm not going to prove it again. Equal chords of circles subtend equal angles of the center. That means if we have equal chords like AB and CD are equal, then they subtend equal angles at the center. Subtend means banate hain at the center. That means this angle 1 will be equal to angle 2. And in the converse, if the angles subtended by the chords are equal, suppose this time these two are equal, then these two chords must be equal. That was the converse. Now let's start with exercise 10.2. Okay, before starting 10.2, tell me when two circles are congruent. Now what do you mean by congruent first of all? Yes, what do you mean by congruent? Congruent क्या होता
So
है?
that means two figures are, the two objects are equal in their size, shape.
Very good. Same shape and size. Right. So both of the things will be same. Shape as well and size as well. So दो सर्कल जब भी कॉन्वेंट हो सकते हैं जब दोनों का रेडियस बराबर हो, राइट? क्योंकि वरना उनका शेप और साइज बराबर नहीं होगा. So वो कह रहा है कि अगर रिकॉल करोगे तो टू सर्कल्स आर कॉन्वेंट इफ दे हैव द सेम रेडियस. तो यहाँ तक तो कुछ है ही नहीं, ये तो रिकॉल करा रहा है. This is the main question. Prove that equal chords of a congruent circle subtend equal angles at the center. See, this is a variation of kind of 10.1 variation, kind of. So how will we do that? Now we have different circles. We are not talking about the same circle within same circle. We are talking about two circles now. So let me take a black color here. Yes. So if I say prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at the center. First of all, we need to understand what is being asked and what we need to prove. What is given and what is need to prove. So these are two circles and prove that the equal chords of congruent circles. They are equal, they are congruent circles and they have equal chords. Suppose AB and CD. They both are equal. This is given. Equal chords. AB and CD. It's given. Subtend equal angles at this center. This we have to prove that they subtend equal angles in the center. See, in the theorem 10.1, it was within the same circle. Now we are talking about two different circles, right? So let's call it O and let's call it O dash or O prime. We say it. Now we need to prove that this angle is equal to this angle. So to prove angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash T. This we have to prove. In the exam, you will see the question will not be like this. Recall that it will be like this. Prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at this center. Okay. So now moving to the proof, let's see how we can prove that. Okay. First of all, given in two proofs,
So,
समझ आया सबको?
सर ये क्वेश्चन में ये ना कि ये दोनों कॉन्ग्रुएंट है.
हाँ, this is given. You can write this as well. Both circles are congruent. That means their radii must be equal.
So,
Yes, बोलो.
सो अगर तो कॉन्ग्रुएंट है तो फिर हमें प्रूव ही क्यों करना? सीपी
हमें
से
प्रूव ये
इक्वल
करना है
बता
ना
रहे हैं.
एंगल्स कॉन्वेंट का एंगल से क्या लेने देना कॉन्वेंट सर्कल्स का. कॉन्वेंट सर्कल्स मतलब कि उनका साइज सेम है, रेडियस सेम है.
ओके ओके.
ठीक है, तो योर रेडियस ऑफ दिस सर्कल विल बी इक्वल टू दिस सर्कल. यस भाई, इतना समझ आया सबको? इज दिस ओके विद एवरीवन? यस. व्हाट अबाउट अदर पीपल? आदर्श, अनिरुद्ध, दृष्टि, वैभव एंड यश. इज दिस क्लियर? देन वी विल मूव अहेड.
यस सर. कर दो.
ओके, एक बार रिपीट कर देते हैं. So we need to prove that equal chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at their centers. So equal chords are given. Both circles are
Yes,
congruent. Both circles are congruent. That means the radius must be equal. That actually means this radius. This is a radius. That means this radius must be equal to this, and this guy must be equal to this because they all are same. Because this is a radius and this is also radius. Both are congruent, so radius must be same. And we need to prove that this angle is equal to this angle. That's the proof we need. So now moving ahead on the proof, you can do it in triangle AOB. Okay, 2 times A. In triangle AOB and triangle COD. Tell me what is being given. Yes. Very easy.
AB and CD given.
AB equals to CD.
And
Angle O and
Yeah,
angle O.
AO is equal equal to CO.
AO is equal to CO. Why? Because congruent circles, right? CO dash I
Yes,
say.
ma'am.
Congruent circles have same radius. And then
OB equals to OD.
OB is equal to O dash D. Again, same circles. So SSS by SSS, you can see that those two triangles are congruent. And if they are congruent, what we can use to prove that angles are equal? Yes.
CPCT.
Then by
By
CPCT,
CPCT.
we can say that the angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash D. Angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash D. And we are done. That's the proof. हाँ भाई सबको समझ आया? Is this clear to everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
Bhaiya.
sir.
If your network is not working, use the chat feature. Okay, that's why it's there. So the first part of this exercise is done. That was kind of a variation to the theorem 10.1. So the next one will be a variation of theorem 10.2. That's easy. So let's try theorem 10.2 variation. That's this one. The variation is just that we are talking about two different circles now instead of one within the one circle. Okay, that's just the variation. So if I take the second question, prove that if chords of congruent, you people will try to prove it. Prove that if chords of congruent circles subtend equal angles at their center, then the chords are equal. सबसे पहले मुझे ये बताओ क्या दे रखा है? What is being given in this question this time?
बेस में हमें दो सर्कल के जो कॉन्ग्रुएंट है और इसमें हम दोनों में भैया सेंटर से एंगल बने हैं जो सेम है
दो
वो
chords
इक्वल है.
अभी उसके
equal
बाद में
angles बना
कॉर्ड्स
रहे हैं.
प्रूफ
तो सर
मतलब
हमें
कि
प्रूव
इस
करना है
बार
कि उनके
yeah,
कॉर्ड भी इक्वल होंगे.
good. So this time it's just the opposite. That's why it's a converse. AOB is equal to CO prime D. It's called prime or dash. So it's being given to prove. What we need to prove? We need to prove AB is equal to CD this time, right? The stuff is saying that these guys are congruent again. That means this is equal to this because they have the same radius, and this will be equal to this. That is being given. Try to prove it. Use congruency and tell me which congruency you
सर
will use.
साइड एंगल साइड.
Very good. करो करो देखो बाकी सबको. हाँ भाई ट्राई करो इसे देखो प्रूव करके. Circles is a really easy topic here. You can say in triangle AOB and triangle CO prime D,
यस भैया एसएस
OA is equal to O dash C. That's given. Congruent circles. Angle AOB is equal to angle CO dash D. That's also given. And OB is equal to O dash D. O dash D. Yes, the SAS will follow. Good. That's given. So by SAS, triangle AOB will be congruent to triangle COD, CO dash D. Don't forget it's a dash. It's different angle over here. So then by CPCT, don't forget to do the CPCT part. By CPCT, my AB side will be equal to CD, and that was the proof we needed, right? So is this clear? I think exercise 10.1 and 10.2 is really easy for you, right? There is no problem with that. So let's move on further. ये सबको clear हो गया? Yes.
यस भैया
Okay.
यस सर
Okay, good. Really easy, right? So let's move to
भैया इसमें डैश क्यों लगाते हैं
dash because there is a different angle. यहाँ पे तुम different angle की बात कर रहे हो. You can say तुम इसको P ले लो angle, कुछ और लेना हो तो ठीक है, कुछ भी ले सकते हो. मैंने इसलिए डैश
ओके
लगा
भैया
दिया ताकि दिखे कि सेंटर वाले की बात कर रहे हैं, बस डिफरेंट एंगल.
ओके भैया
What's this one? This. Now we have another theorem. Later on, I will ask you how many theorems are there, what's the proof and everything, because the chapter is all about theorems here. and you will observe that these theorems are very important for your future maths, geometrical maths especially. So the next theorem is the perpendicular. We will prove each and every theorem. I will give you homework is couple of theorems, and if we do them on the very same day, you will be able to, otherwise you won't be. So the perpendicular from the center of a circle to a chord bisects the chord. So मुझे पहले समझाओ क्या क्या समझ आता है इससे. What is the statement trying to tell us?
भैया सर्कल के जो मिड पॉइंट से भी एक परपेंडिकुलर लाइन जो हम ड्रॉ करेंगे भैया
नहीं,
एक कॉर्ड को
नहीं,
बाइसेक्ट करती है.
No.
सर मे आई ट्राई.
Yes.
सर जो परपेंडिकुलर बनेगा सेंटर ऑफ अ सर्कल से, वो सर्कल के किसी कॉर्ड को 2 इक्वल पार्ट्स में बाइसेक्ट करेगा.
Very good. That's the perfect explanation. So what we do, suppose we have a circle. So if we try to draw a perpendicular from the center, suppose this is the center, and if we try to draw a perpendicular from the center to the chord, then this perpendicular will always bisect it into 2 parts. Okay, suppose I name it C. Always bisect into 2 parts. That's the theorem. So we need to prove it. Okay, so first of all, the statement is clear to everyone. What's the theorem is all about? Kamna said very right. That was the apt definition. So whenever we draw a
Yes, sir.
perpendicular from the center, it bisects the chord into 2 parts. Suppose it was 10, it will bisect it into 5 and 5. So that's how it is. So now the perpendicular, let's prove it. Given is it's a perpendicular. It's a perpendicular from the center. The true proof part is that AC is equal to BC. That we need to prove. So here we will do a construction because we cannot see any kind of triangles over here. So we will join OA and OB. If we join OA and OB, some kind of sense comes up, right? Right? Because there are 2 triangles here. Now we can use our congruency concept over here. So if I try to prove it using congruency, which you will do, I'm just writing the triangles over here. That's AOC and triangle BOC. Do it on your own. Tell me which rule you applied and how you did it. Yes, right.
Sir, side angle side.
Side angle side. Okay. What about others?
भैया SAS.
SAS. Okay. Anyone else? Mute your microphone. I'm not teaching 2 people only. I'm teaching 6 to 7 here right now. Get answers from all. Not going to write anything unless I get answers from all. Yes. Dear others, use the chat feature if it is not working for you. Good. I see. So if I use it, see, AC. Okay. SAS. SAS. Are you sure it's SAS? Now that Bhaiya you says that, now that Bhaiya you say that, are you sure? We are kind of worried. Maybe it's wrong. Actually, that's wrong. Yes, that's a big yes, and that's a big incorrect answer. Okay, so that's why you shouldn't go for bheed chal. India में we do bheed chal. Okay, एक गलत बता रहा है सभी गलत बताते हैं. Use your own mind. क्या दे रखा है पहले ये बताना जरा क्या दे रखा है 90 डिग्री दे रखा है. Okay,
यस सर।
OA जो है OB के बराबर होगा, क्यों होगा कोई बता सकता है मेरे को?
सर ये रेडियस है ना,
दोनों
तो
रेडियस
इसलिए
है,
इक्वल होंगे।
तो R and R. So OA and OB are equal because of the radius.
ओके, RHS वाला।
Yes, RHS लगेगा, not SAS. And not even a single person could predict it. That shows how much attention you're paying it to. So OC was common. You can see OC is common here. Use your own mind. You have your own mind. That's common. And we have a 90 degree. This is not given. This we have to prove. Okay. AC is equal to BC. We have to prove. You used it in your given part actually. That's why you were getting SAS. So angle ACO, are you people getting it? Or am I just talking to some wall or something? So it's 90. So it's actually RHS, R, hypotenuse and a side. So by RHS, triangle AOC will be congruent to triangle BOC. Then by CPCT, we can say AC is equal to BC. हाँ भाई मेरे SAS वाले जनता, सबको सामने आ गया ये सही जो है RHS.
यस सर।
Yes, sir.
अब तो आना ही चाहिए. SAS लगा रहे सब लोग.
तो
Congruency is
सर
a
वैसे भी
must.
तो
Yeah.
ये दोनों 90 डिग्री के ही होंगे ना, तो हम
तो फिर
तो फिर सर हम बोल ही सकते हैं ना, क्योंकि साइड है, दो एंगल भी हैं और फिर साइड भी है,
दो एंगल कहाँ है?
तो हम
एक ही तो एंगल है, एक यही तो एंगल है बस.
ओके।
एक एंगल है, एक हाइपोटेन्यूज है, एक साइड है. ये हमें प्रूव करना है बच्चे, ये गिवन नहीं है, तो प्रूव करना है. और कोई एंगल नहीं दे रखे बराबर और कुछ.
ओके
Okay. So that was theorem 10.3. It's an important one, बच्चों. You should work on it again and again and again. And you know why? Because you were doing SAS instead of RHS. So theorem 10.3 is done hopefully. So let's move to the converse. Okay, converse will be your homework. I'm just uploading it for you people. Converse will be your homework, of course. Yes, explain me the converse. Prove you will do it in your homework. Yes, what's the converse of this theorem?
ओके सर।
What's the converse? Can someone explain me?
सर अब हमें ये प्रूफ करना है कि जो परपेंडिकुलर मतलब जो लाइन बाइसेक्ट करेगी वो 90 डिग्री की होगी।
Good. Now it's just the opposite. Now you will say that if there is a line from the center that's bisecting this chord, that line must be perpendicular. This we need to prove. This time this is needed to be proved. Just opposite these things. And this is being given now. So how about you try it right now, because you people don't do the homework. Okay. Try it right now and tell me the rule you use to prove it. Let's see if you can do it. Waiting for your answers. Try to prove it on your own. Take your time. Tell me the rule which you used to prove it. And it's okay if we are making mistakes. That's why I'm here to correct you. Just switch the thing that was before given and to prove, just switch those things and you can do it very easily. Okay. So see, the problem with this proof is actually it's difficult than the previous one. So that's okay. So I will give you grace marking for this. So the line drawn through the center of a circle. First of all, what is given? Okay, let me draw the part. Let me draw it a circle over here, and that's the chord. And this time it bisects. It's given this time. Okay, and we need to prove it's given that AC is equal to BC. We need to prove what? We need to prove that this angle OCB, or you can say OCA, is 90 degree, right? So let me take a different color for the proving part, because last time you people were taking it in the given part. So now if I try to prove it, before coming to the proof, see, whenever you have to prove that that two angles are 90 degree, first of all you make them equal. That's the criteria actually in maths. Make them equal. Why? Because if you make them equal and use the linear pair, you can see that it becomes twice of angle 1 and the angle 1 gets 90, and that's the stuff we want, right? Are you getting it? So before proving
Yes,
them
sir.
90, we need to prove that these two guys are equal. And we can prove that these two guys are equal once we have shown that these two triangles are congruent, right? So let's do that. So let's join these up. The construction again. So here's my construction. Here it goes. Join OA and OB. And if we join these two guys up, it's in triangle AOC and triangle BOC. I can observe a couple of things now. Again, what you can observe? Tell me.
Yeah, OA
OC
is equal to OB.
Very good, because they both are radii of the
Radius.
same circle, right? So radii of the same
Circle.
circle. Then
OC
Yeah,
equals to
AC or
OC.
CB.
OC is common,
Given.
and
Common.
AC is equal to
AC
AC or
BC
equals
is
to
CB.
given.
CB.
Is
Given.
given. So by what?
By
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 SSS.
SSS.
side.
Triangle AOC is congruent to triangle BOC. But now instead of directly saying that it's 90 degree, you cannot say by CPCT that it's 90 degree. What you will say? You will say by CPCT I can say that, by CPCT I can say that let's name it 1 and 2 if you are having problems. Let's say that angle 1 is equal to angle 2. That I can do.
Yes, sir.
Now angle 1 is equal to angle 2. I need to prove what I need to prove, that this is actually 90 degree. This is nothing but angle 2 I have taken. So you can take angle 1 or angle 2, whatever you want, because you will get 90 otherwise also. So if I add these two guys up using linear pair again, so both are equal. So I can make it twice of angle 2 if you want. So that will be angle 2 will be 90 and we are done, right? Make sense, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
Bhaiya.
sir.
Good, really easy, right? So I want you today only to take a white paper or a sheet, do theorem 10.3 and 10.4 over it, kind of a fair work, okay? Because these two theorems are kind of very important. They are must for the exam, okay? Yeah, right, we will do the applications of them, how we use in the questions. But if we are able to prove them, that's really great actually, because most of the students won't do the proving part. They will just go to the statement and done. And the syllabus, it's mentioned that you have to actually prove these things, okay? So that's the thing. So today's homework, I'm giving you today's homework is, let's see how many of you signed it today. So it's homework is fair up theorem 10.3 and 10.4, and send it to me, or who will send to your mother? No, send it to me only, to me. Okay, so that's your homework. See you tomorrow in the science class. Chalo, tata, bye bye.
Okay, sir. Good night. Oh, sorry. Good evening, sir.
नहीं नहीं मैं सोने जा रहा हूँ, चलो ठीक है.
Good evening, Bhaiya.
Good evening.